Hi, it's Dr. Spears from drpremed.com. I want to talk to you guys about when in doubt and it comes to your medical education and becoming a doctor. Don't take shortcuts. Do what you must, do what you have to do. And I'm going to tell you a personal story in regards to that, and it's about mastering the content that you need to know for your exams, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's for boards, whether it's for the MCAT. Don't take shortcuts because that one final thing that you potentially do or not do could make all the difference in the outcome for this test, exam, boards, or anything like that. So I'll tell you a story. I was studying for one of my medical licensing exams. I was working with a tutor who's from Johns Hopkins. They're a resident physician there, and we were going over some content. And I was thinking, you know what? My exam, this board date is getting closer and closer. I feel like there's nothing else that this tutor can do. I already know a lot of material. I'm going to just kind of bypass it and just stick to my routine, do what I do, and just let things go from there. And then I said, you know what? What would happen if I took this board exam and I didn't have the outcome that I wanted? Would I forever regret that decision by not working with this tutor one more time to get me where I wanted to be? And would I always just have a doubt and that lingering what if feeling just for the rest of my life? And with that, I decided, you know what? Let me do something. I reached out to a good friend of mine. I asked them, like, I'm really kind of on the fence. And their thing was work with them and go from there. And one of the things was like, I really don't want to spend all this money. What are they going to really teach me or show me that I already haven't seen or known before? And so got to the tutoring session, going over material, and then they kind of reconfirmed some things I already knew. I was like, okay, whatever. This might have just been a waste, whatever. And we continued to work a little bit more. Then had that light bulb moment goes off where everything changes, and you're like, okay, that one tidbit of information is everything that I needed, and it totally made the session worth it. And I was just like, shocked by that. I wanted to share that with you guys too. Like, if you're on the fence with stuff, like working with like a tutor, a coach, or anybody who can help you get to the next level, or somebody who's already been where you want to be, I would say definitely take them up on that offer and don't think of it as an expense. Think of it as an investment. I looked at the price of this tutor per hour. I'm like, man, that's a lot of money to be spending on a tutor. But you know what? If it's going to get you where you need to be and it's going to streamline the process, fast track the process, then you totally need to go ahead and do that because you just don't know what long term effects it will have on you. And so I'm very, very glad that I did that. I know a lot of students, you guys work with people and you're just not sure. You're like, I could spend money on different things, which is fine. But then you have to say, what are you ultimately trying to do in life? Are you trying to have the coolest iPhone, shoes, or whatever, personal accessories, or whatever, popular and cool these days and trendy, or do you want to position yourself where you can be a doctor, get into medical school, and then you could be able to afford all of those cool gadgets, toys, accessories because you worked very hard and then you'll be compensated for the work and effort that you put in. And so if you're on the fence about tutoring services, coaching services, buying some type of book, buying some video course or any other type of course, going to some type of program that's going to help you in your journey in this goal of getting into medical school, becoming a doctor, I'd say you need to make that investment. And one of the craziest things was when I was in grad school, I thought about going to this course, and I was in grad school in Boston. This was like halfway on the other side of the country, and I really don't want to spend that type of money on that because it's gonna be like a week long like session or whatever. And my professor's like, "How much student loans do you have? Whatever you have, this course is a drop in the bucket. It can get you where you need to be." And yeah, that's true, but you also want to be cognizant of how much you're putting out there too. But that course obviously helped me. It did great things for me, and so it's just a thing where like I understand like you there's questions about the quality of things and like the trade-off where just even personally I look at the price of this tutoring per hour, and like I really don't want to spend money like that. And then this past weekend I looked where I spent money. I'm like, I spent a lot more money this past weekend than in that 1 hour of tutoring. And at the end of the day, whatever I did over the weekend isn't going to bring me a big return like what that 1 hour of tutoring did. And so you kind of have to start putting things in context and considering what are going to be the payoff of things. And educationally sometimes we think it's not worth it, we don't want to spend money, we want to spend money in fun, entertainment, going out, doing things, when really you need to think about if you invest in yourself and your education, that's going to give you a long-term return, and it's going to allow you to have more fun, you're going to allow you to do more entertaining things and just really live a great life. But right now you got to make some sacrifices along the way to get where you want to be. And I'll just leave you a quote from my grandpa. One of the things that he would always say, he's like, you can play now and spend the rest of your life working, or you can work now and spend the rest of your life playing. The choice is yours. So if I were you guys, and I believe in this myself too, you got to work now, get where you need to be, get all those degrees that you need to get where you need to be in your career, and then you're going to be set. And then everything from there on out is going to be basically, it's not going to be all roses and everything like that, but you're going to just be in a really good place to kind of just play, enjoy life, because you know you put in the work and you lay that foundation for you to have the success that you want to have. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys in regards to all of that, about just some of the things that goes on in regards to being a student, being a doctor, and some of the choices that you have to make along the way about where you're going to spend your money at in regards to achieving your goal of getting into medical school, or even once you're in medical school, trying to land residencies, studying for your board exams, and so many options are available to you. And I think the worst thing you could do is shortchange yourself because you think, oh, that's too expensive, or I don't see the value in this, and miss out on things that could totally turn your life around. Because if somebody has already been where you want to be, they can share something that's going to totally blow your mind and put you in a totally different perspective, a shift that you never even thought possible, and then everything changes for the better. It happened to me, and I work with him like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that that type of knowledge was just given to me. That's going to totally change how I do things, how I operate, and really move the needle forward. And the same could happen for you too. And I'm gonna even, this is a shameless, selfless plug. I help students get into medical school so they can become doctors. And so if you're on the fence or you're not sure about your chances, I strongly encourage you reach out to me and see if I can be somebody who can help you get into medical school so become a doctor, because I've done this for years, helped a lot of students get in, and there's no point in going it alone or trying to figure it out on your own. And that it's just not what you need to be doing right now when it's something as significant as getting in medical school so you become a doctor. So if that's something that you really want, you're serious about, and what I shared with you today about some of my own background with like tutors for like my board exams or other things that you need to do as a doctor or medical, previously in the past as a medical student, and that resonate with you, that and you know that maybe you could have somebody on your side who can kind of walk you through this process, help you avoid any pitfalls along the way, and just give you that roadmap that you need and give you that insight that you're not going to get elsewhere, then reach out to me. It's You can find me, drpremed.com, and I'm going to just sign off as Dr. Spears with drpremed.com. So I look forward to hearing from you, or if anything, get the help that you need. You don't need to invest in me, invest in yourself, and find a person who you believe can give you your best chances of success, and go from there and do what you need to do so you can get into medical school and become a doctor. So again, this is Dr. Spears with drpremed.com. Take care.